Bubba the Love Sponge, my friends. You've heard it here first. Right home, we're not talking about, instead of SpongeBob SquarePants, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Is that what it's called, Mike? Look at this. Look at this.
Sucker. Oh, I said that I'm...
And I got yelled at for saying what I said.
Look at this.
Who yelled at
Welcome
you?
to Florida.
I did, right? Used,
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Connecting, we got things. You cannot use profanities on the radio or on YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah.
Well, this is our ride home, my friends. I see Mike's. See Mike's.
See Mike's hand.
Yeah,
Talk to the hand.
Talk to the
Talk
hand.
to the hand.
The hand is quicker than the
face
eye, my
can't see
friend.
you.
The face can't see
Hello,
you.
everybody.
That's it. There you go.
Don't put your sock on your hand now.
Yeah, put a sock on the hand. Shit.
And we'll draw a face on it.
Draw a face on it. It's Sock Man.
it. Sock man. Sock man.
Oh, woo! Yeah, so our ride home,
Shorter ride home.
it's a shorter ride home from Fort Myers. Yeah, we were making a turn. We had the light, we had the green light to turn, and when the people say you can turn right on red, this dumbass decides he wants to turn, but it's our turn to turn. He's got a red light, we got to turn. He's got to wait. See, wait. I'm trying to wait.
Patience.
Patience.
man.
I'm not a doctor, Jim. Oh, that's right, we have on Star Trek tonight.
It was
Star
tonight
Trek.
on Svengoolie was Medusa versus the son of Hercules.
Oh, a good
That
one.
sounds like a classic.
Yep.
I just could just imagine the special effects with this epic.
Mike, you need a cheeseburger?
No, I ate that cheeseburger on,
Oh, you ate that? Oh, good. Okay.
so I'm golden.
All right. Oh, they never gave us a bill.
Oh.
Oopsie.
All right.
Well,
Well, alrighty then.
they'll get us on the next time.
It was good free food.
You will play for free.
You have to wash 5 dishes.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Paper plates too. Wash them and hang them to dry, you know. Right? So yeah. It's interesting. You know what happens when you got all these TVs going on? Everyone's attention is like all over the place, you know. But it was interesting seeing that old couple.
Yeah, the two-step.
The
They were
two-step.
two-stepping.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, we get a lot of older people down here, but you'd be surprised, man.
Those older people like to rock.
They like to rock. Jeez. It's not just because they're deaf because of old age. They're deaf because of the loud music back in the day. They were at the Trip Tent at Woodstock. Almost said wood smoke. For those who don't know, Wood Smoke is a campground in Illinois. In Morris, Illinois?
Yes.
Yeah, Morris, Seneca.
And there's also wood smoke down here. I passed it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. A wood smoke trailer park.
Yeah. Lots of trailer parks down here. Because it's Florida. People camp.
People camp.
Those are called handy campers.
That's Florida.
That's right. That's right. Run from the alligators and the snakes. They want those alligator shoes, man, so they could get them fresh. You know what I mean? Hide out and get that shotgun ready.
Custom fit. They
Custom
let the gator
fit.
bite 'em on the foot.
That's right, man.
Oh, that Three Fishermen seafood and bar grill thingy by the house. They've got gator tail on the menu.
That is an excellent place to eat.
Is it?
Excellent place to eat.
And it's right by our house
You get a
too.
lot of food for your money.
Wow. I want to try the gator tail. What do you like there, Mike, when you've been on there?
I'm a land lover.
You're a land lover?
Yep.
What does that mean?
It means I only
No
eat
fish?
beef, chicken. I don't do fish.
Yeah, I'm not a seafood eater.
I used to eat fish when I was younger, but we would go out and catch our fish and fire. One time I bit into a piece of fish and it had one of the bones that I forgot.
Oh,
And it poked me right in the roof of the mouth.
it hurt
Yes.
like hell.
All of a sudden I love
Cornbread.
I love Hush Pups now.
Oh, so if Cornbread has any kids, we'll call them puppies.
We call them hush puppies. Yeah. We have a friend. His name is Greg. But oh man, Greg was
Oh
cool.
man.
Oh, he was funny.
Yep, deep fried cornbread.
Deep fried cornbread.
Yeah, that's it, man. Oh yeah, he was a workaholic. How about it, Deb?
Oh,
Go
you
ahead.
know, going on.
Keep losing our seat.
On your bill?
No, we already passed it. We paid it.
Oh,
My phone gets slow when I'm coming up on a bill.
Yeah, because it gets what gigahertz,
Yeah.
gigabytes. I don't know what the hell you call these things.
Decibels.
The decibels. I remember one time when the digital recorders first came out. I'm at Guitar Center. I'm asking the guy. He's always talking about gigabytes and gigahertz. What is it in minutes? I want to know in minutes. I'm old school. Minutes. He couldn't answer. I'm like, then what good is this crap? Yeah. No, that was cool, Mike.
That was a good show.
It was a good show.
Good show. I liked
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
It was, it was a
Nice.
good time.
Yeah, it was definitely.
They knew how to use their AC, that's for sure.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. 4th of July, we got packed. We got the cars packed just in time, man, and
Yep.
got off that lawn just in time because once that ground gets wet and it gets soft, man, cars start to sink. It's like, shit, you gotta have the tow truck.
Yep, a wall of water came.
Oh my God.
Got all the way to my house, and then once I got past 75,
Yeah,
it was clear.
it was clear.
Oh my god, guys, I'm going the wrong way.
You know what, Deb? I was wondering.
I'm going the wrong freaking way.
Uh-oh. We'll go down Alligator Alley, guys.
I'm wondering why is it showing Bonita Springs coming up?
You know what? There was that.
Son of a bitch.
Watch, when we passed by that one sign, I forget what it's called, Deb. I was wondering, shouldn't that be on this side, or maybe they got
First she
another
swears
location?
on YouTube. Now she goes the wrong way.
Oh
Oh man, gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it.
no! See, I took 2 naps today. I'm all turned around.
All turned around. Don't know what. Yeah, see, there's Jermaine
Yeah,
Theater
Jermaine Arena.
Arena.
Going down to the Blue Monkey, guys.
Go down to the Blue Monkey. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Ryan's gonna say, dude, want to eat? Okay, now we gotta turn around Corkscrew Road.
That's messed up.
That's right. Car's got gas.
Well, good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing one of us is paying attention. We're going to an alligator alley.
Right?
Maybe before anybody else would have said. Are we going the
Got
right
one-
way?
You know, I should have
Hey,
been
what's
home
up, man?
by now. Where the hell are
I
we?
know, right?
I should have. Oh my
Shit,
God.
it's 2 a.m., man. What the hell is this? Driving and driving and driving.
Oh, there's that sign. Fill
Yeah.
up next.
Yeah.
Service 59.
Yeah, fill up now, because if you stall on Alligator Alley, you're
Last
on your
stop
going.
for gas.
Last stop for gas. Yeah, I went to stop at the was it last night when I was done playing?
Mike's gonna need a cheeseburger on the way
Right.
home.
See?
2
There's
hours
McDonald's on the corner
later.
up here.
Right? Yeah.
Later he's gonna
Drive
want
through and they'll shut the lights off and
Right.
Woohoo,
But-
we got
but-
somebody on.
yeah, we got one person watching.
Hey,
That's right.
You went the wrong way,
Went the
guys.
wrong way, guys.
So we got Toronto north.
She got all flustered after she swore on YouTube.
Oh,
Well, the guy was gonna cut us off.
yeah.
We got the light to turn, and he wants to turn right on red and cut us off.
Still no reason to show violence.
Hey
That's
now.
Yeah. See, down here it's carry and conceal down in Florida, so you can whip out your rod and start shooting.
Let's have some fun. It's Saturday night, and Saturday night is
It's all right for fighting it.
it.
You get the little rocket man going.
There you go, Mike. Let's get some singing Tourette's going.
Oh shit! No, but yesterday when I went to fill up at the racetrack, the lightning blew out the power in the pumps. They had power inside, but they didn't have power to the pumps, so I couldn't get gas. So I had to go on the other racetrack on Pine Island Road, the one on Del Prado. They're by the gas pump and they're wondering, I was just thinking maybe they couldn't get their credit card going or whatever. I'm paying cash, and just wondering what's going on. And a kid behind the counter, he tells me, sorry, dude, I can't give any gas because I can't get the pumps going. I'm like, okay. So I go out in the car and everyone's at the pump, looking at the pump, and they're looking at their credit cards, and they're looking at the gas pump, and they're looking at, you know.
I don't know why the pump won't turn on. I showed it my credit card.
Yeah. Never heard of it.
Anybody have a question?
Now, anybody got questions, go ahead and shoot, my friends. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Well, it was a half-hour ride. I don't
Here
know.
25, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
now.
just 60 was.
I'm just adding
Yeah.
another half hour. to
Exactly.
get home.
My wife's gonna think I'm cheating on her.
Driving around and driving around.
I
Where the
swear,
hell are
Deb
you?
went the wrong way. I
Wrong
swear.
way. Miramar Outlets. That's it, man.
Lana, log on to YouTube.
Yeah,
We're right here.
we're right here, Lana. We're coming home. Wow. But yeah,
Deb had to get a good look at Germain Arena before we went.
That's it.
Yeah, because Circus Soleil is going to be here this week. So.
yeah, Deb's on
Just I had
vacation.
to check the dates here. I want to order tickets. All right, Circus Soleil, let's do this.
So yeah, I might have to put a new battery in the Yamaha acoustic. I got to put new strings in the Cordoba. That's why I didn't bring
Chrysler
the Cordoba.
Cordoba.
Yeah, that's right, the Chrysler Cordoba.
Yep.
Why do you guys call it the Chrysler?
Because Chrysler made a Cordoba.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, I just remembered the car.
Oh, I get it.
I think the Cordoba guitar is really pronounced Cordoba.
Cordoba, yeah.
You know, but I just call it Cordoba. You know, I'm a very fluent in several languages. I know 2 languages, English and BS.
English and beer.
I know a third, smartass.
There you go. Hey, see? He's much more advanced than myself. See that?
Wow, you guys are pretty fluent in multiple languages.
That's it.
I'm
See?
impressed. I'm impressed.
Better to be impressed than depressed.
I'm impressed that we just know what the word fluent means.
Right? Have no clue. No clue at all. Yep. So.
No
You're right home. No questions. That's right.
No question.
No problems, only solutions, my friends.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, we lost one.
yeah. Oh no, maybe they come back. Sometimes
They
it.
might come back. Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a
But
refill.
yeah. No, these are always fun. The gigs are fun. You gotta have fun. You can't take. You know, as a musician, you can't take things personal because
No.
you do that, man. Forget it. Forget it.
Yeah, I think we had good energy and everything tonight.
Yep. And you know they see that.
Yep.
Especially the older people. It's so weird, man. But you know what it is? The older generation they are the generation of live entertainment, if you think about it.
Yeah.
The newer generation, I'm not saying they're not part of live, it's just they have more options than what we did when we were younger. That's what it is. You know?
Well, if you call rap and techno an option, then I guess you're right.
Technically speaking, I call yeah, see, we're supposed, yeah, Gulf Coast is supposed to be on this side.
You got a booger?
Yeah,
Bass Pro Shops.
yeah, Bass Pro Shops. Ernest T. Bass.
Have you ever been in one of
Yes.
Yeah, they are huge. Remember when we went to buy the tent? They got back up in
They have their
Illinois.
own fishing pond and everything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 78 degrees actually. When we get outside. Oh man. So yeah, Monday we got the new floor go. We're back. Didn't drop out. Sometimes with the storms down here, I notice that it'll alter the connection, you know.
Yep. Yeah, like if you got direct or dish TV,
Oh man, I'll never
anytime it
have that.
rains, your TV's
You're
out.
screwed. Down here with all the lightning storms we get, holy crap.
Oh yeah.
And then the thunder, how about it, Deb? How loud is that thunder?
Oh my.
It's like an explosion, like boom. It's like, holy shit. It's like the end of the world or something, man. Like, you gotta be kidding me. It's real scary. It can be scary, especially if you're not used to it, man.
Yeah, they'll whip up quick on you here.
Yeah. And then when they're done, it's like nothing happened.
Yep.
It's so weird.
Everything's just wet.
Yeah. Yeah. But could you imagine with the amount of rain, if it were to snow down here? Jeez, it'd be worse than up in Chicago. Yeah.
Stop it.
I know, right? Yeah, so my Blue Ibanez, I popped my high E string. That's because the strings are old. But I'll tell you what, I really believe in this little theory I got about the locking tremolo, the locking bridge. You have about a 1/16 of an inch, or maybe a little longer. Maybe it's 3/16 of a 90-degree angle in that little saddle that locks, so the string's not moving. So very seldom do will it break, as opposed to if you add an inch or more, like from guitars where even if it's a fixed bridge where they you thread them through the back of the body, and then you have like about a 90-degree, but you still have about maybe about that much. Now you got more wiggle room, and when you sweat, that much easier for the string to pop. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's awfully strange. Every guitar, when I look back, that I had with a Floyd Rose, I don't remember it breaking strings that much. And I do sweat a lot, especially down here, the palm of my hand. I had one of my students, remember Augie, Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he would sweat a lot. And he had that same problem. He was a good student. He was good. He got good. He got real good. And then I had another student. For those guys out there with the EVH gear, I had this student. We got this guitar from one of the apartments back up in Illinois. These people were leaving and they left all this stuff behind. So the guy said, "Hey, here's a guitar, Dave." Okay. It was like a guitar sold from Target, and it had a Superman. It was a Stratocaster with a Superman emblem on it. So one of my students, Jared, he offered to buy it. Oh, we sold like $50 or something. He used it as a project guitar, and I swear, within maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, he turned it into the Eddie Van Halen guitar. Remember, Deb? He had it decked out, badass, all striped out, Mike. This kid, he was still in high school.
Really?
Oh, man. I was very impressed when I saw that, what he did with that guitar, man. I was
That's
like,
sweet.
yeah. He was like real happy. He was another good student, real good kid too, man. Smart. Then I had this one student, was it Jessica? I can't remember her name now. The Russian girl, remember?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
Mom's name was Irina.
Irina, yeah. Mom's name was Irina.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Yes, Jennifer. She even told me she never really practiced that much. But, Mike, I'd show her a scale and she'd sit there because I was doing hour lessons for $25 an hour.
Right.
I would show her a scale She'd start it, and by the end of the lesson, she would have it real fluent. She would sit there, and she had such strong focus factor, it blew my mind. I mean, and she said she doesn't really practice at home, you know? And I told her, I said, if you really took this serious, if you want to, I said, never make anyone do what they don't want. But I told her, and she was like, what, 16, 17 years old? I said, and she was getting into classical guitar. I said, Jennifer, if you wanted to, you could make money with this at your age right now, and you'll never have to have a. It's Sonia. Hey, Sonia, how are you?
Sonia.
Hey, Sonia.
Hello.
Our nightly ride home. We're talking about a student, a guitar student I had. Well, the mom, I think, from Russia, but Jennifer was born here, or maybe she was born in Russia, but she grew up here. She had incredible focus factor. I mean, you show her one thing, and boom, she'll do it, man. And I'm like, wow, this girl's dangerous. Then I had.
So Sonia said you were pretty amazing with the way you work your pedal board.
Oh, Sonia, thank you. You know what it is? After a while, you get used to what is what, you know? And I try to arrange everything and how it's going to make sense for me. And my little black effect unit, it's got 3 buttons. That's it's my main guitar sound, okay? So I could rearrange the pedals and any one of those foot switches. So I would range it from my wah pedal, and next to it would be my distortion pedal, and the foot switch next to that would be like my delay, and the last foot switch would be like what they call modulating effects, a chorus, a flanger, a phase shifter. And so everything would make sense, because me being right-handed, I'll do everything with my right foot, you know. So I try to have it in an area. Oh, sorry, I said something wrong when I tried mentioning that my setup, and I'm like, oh no, yeah, no, I didn't. You didn't say anything. No, I didn't see it.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said that she apologized. She said something wrong about setting up an online PayPal, I think it was, or oh no,
Something wrong? No, did somebody say that? Did somebody?
I think yeah, Sonia.
Somebody say.
Yeah, no, Miss Sonia, you're all right in our book. You know, here's the deal. I don't in depth like the same, and so is Mike. We never take anything personal, never.
No.
Because I understand sometimes people will type something in, and I've seen this on other live chats, and then they'll retract it, and it's probably something they're trying to say, but spell check changes it into something else, and it already got sent, so then they got to retract it and retype it in. So yeah, I always take everything in consideration, you know. So, but yeah, no, it'd be nice if we could get.
We actually don't have enough subscribers or enough hours to add in those features.
Oh, maybe
where we can have that.
Yeah, it was made at the speed that you made adjustments to the pedals. Oh yeah, Sonia. After a while, I tried to. Okay, so the one Led Zeppelin song, No Quarter, I created all the backing tracks right from my Digitech pedal, because it has the bass, it's got the drums in there. So what I had to do, and when I put it into my Blue Loop pedal, I had to chop it up in different sections. So section 1 is like the intro, and then section 2 would be like, how can I say, the bridge, chorus section, and then section 3 would be the guitar soloing. So as I'm coming out of section 1, I have to stop it immediately, go up, hit the switch up, and then come back and hit the play switch. Because if I don't time it right, if I were to loop it the way I would normally play it live, if I miss that loop, it throws it way off, you know. That's the thing with looping pedals. You have to get used to learning how to hit each switch on what they call the downbeat. But everything comes with time and just practice, you know. It's really not that difficult. Just the best way to do it is experiment, you know. And just, it's good to record yourself too, because this way you can kind of gauge your growth. I used to tell it to my guitar students back in Illinois to record themselves, you know. And of course, it was kind of tough because these were young kids that were, okay, so I I think Pluto went past us. They had to reconnect. So, anyways, I would say if you record yourself, you could listen to the playback, and then you can kind of gauge your growth, your progress. So for people who learn how to play, that, you know, with YouTube being such a strong tool, that's the best way to do it, you know. And then check out other people's videos and watch what they're, you know, saying and things of that nature, and then watch their hands. That's why when I put up anything on YouTube on how I play or use something, I try to make it where an absolute beginner would understand. So I just hope that doesn't sound like I talk down to people, because I don't want that to ever sound like I talk down to people. But a lot of people, they don't know certain terminologies, so that's why I would say it where everyone could understand. So Mike, when you were in choir,
Yes.
a lot of it was done with theory, right?
Yeah, my very first year, my 9th grade year in chorus, was the first time I had ever learned any music theory at all.
Thank you, Sonia.
Taught us how to read
Yeah.
notes, write notes. And then when we got in 10th grade, we got a new chorus teacher. And she was more about fundamentals. Got each one of us out solos. Edison Hall, nursing homes, to do shows.
Yeah. So when you did the nursing homes, how was that as far as
Oh, they were all right.
right?
You know,
Yeah.
anytime you get a bunch of kids in front of you, everybody loves that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up going to honor choir over at the University of Miami.
Wow, that's
my
awesome,
senior
dude.
year. So,
That is awesome.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You get to stand up and sing with 3,000 other students.
Wow.
That's impressive, Mike. That.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really impressive.
Somebody's asking a question.
Oh, okay. Let's see, I think that. Now, see, sometimes Joe Wentz, if you hit it, he'll come back.
Ask another question. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
I may be dropping in and out. There is a fairly wild electrical storm. Okay, yes, Sonia, no problem. We, Sonia, Texas, well, there was a few rave. Yeah. There's a line, so people should be coming in. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. You know, I see these like these ads, or maybe it's these videos. And I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about this guy. I think this guy's got something really good. You know, how to make your channel grow and things of that nature and that. But, you know, and that's good, especially if you need to do this for your business and that. But there is so many YouTubers out there using this platform that I think people cannot take anything
Get
personal.
saturated.
You get saturated, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really gets saturated. But no, Mike, that is very impressive, man. That's really, really impressive.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I
Now-
got into chorus by accident. The class that I was supposed to take, they didn't have enough room for me, so they stuck me in chorus.
Ah,
When I walked in and saw I was in a room of 60 girls, I stayed.
ah,
Hey,
oh man.
I was in.
School, the guitar, and you know.
Somebody asked the question.
Oh, another one of my favorite dumb questions. I have. Oh, sorry, Sonia. How do I do this? Okay. I have missed the answer so far. What? Oh, what does RUI stand for? Okay, no, it's not a dumb question at all. RUI stands for Rocking Under the Influence. Mike used to be in a band called Straight from the Tap.
Yep.
So you know, we got together and we were putting stuff, you know, for our show, all the material together. And I thought, oh shit, we got to hurry up and come up with a name, because when you go out to try to sell your act, you got to have some sort of a name. You know, they need that.
Yeah, Byron and Garrick wasn't cutting it.
And you know, there's so much. So I figure, well, and when Mike was mentioning about Straight from the Tap, it just rolled off his mouth, and it's something people could relate to. And I don't know what made me think of DUI or RUI, drinking under the influence, rocking under the influence. It was like a brain fart thing.
Yep.
And then it
Rocking under the influence of the great artists that were out there.
That's right. Yeah, and that's another thing. So yeah, a lot of the great artists that influenced us, you know. So that's basically what it is. Because Mike doesn't drink and I don't drink, you know. So, but yeah, Sonia, it's not a dumb question at all. No.
Mike does shots.
Mike does shots.
I'll do shots every once in a while. I only get really trashed on my birthday, though.
I drink cappuccino, coffee, and tea. That's it.
When's your birthday, Mike?
The 15th of December.
Look at that.
But I will
15th.
only have a shot if you guys are driving me. If I'm driving by myself, there is no booze.
no,
Well, don't drink and drive. You could spill it.
No.
I know. Make a right here.
No doing that.
We'll end up in Immokalee. Juan, I swear, she just drove around town all aimlessly.
Oh, you drink Pepsi. You know what? You know what, Sonia?
Make a choice is Mountain Dew.
Oh, there you go.
Because when she mounts me, she knows what's to do.
Oh, look at that. Touche.
Now, I prefer Pepsi over Coke.
Razzle.
Way over. Yeah, I'm not really a big Coca-Cola.
The sun is laughing.
So, but I used to like RC better than the three of them. But, you know, Pepsi. But I don't really drink soda too much unless I'm out playing, you know. But I'm always out playing, so I guess I'm always drinking soda.
Yeah, I can't start my day without a rock star.
There you go. I've never tried that 5-hour energy drink.
I like that movie. You spent 2 hours in the morning watching that?
Rockstar. Oh, Sonia is. Oh, okay.
What?
Let's see. Oh, when Sonia's on you, you'll know it's Sonia. I'll tell you what. Honestly, guys, I'm all right. You know, as we get older, I'm all right with it. To me, these are the best times.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. You know, the 50s is like the new 20s, I guess. You know, you know what it is? Because we come from the generation where, I could say like the wild child generation. I don't know. That's what it is. Yeah. And with all the energy and, you know, if you're born, I was born in 63, so as you know, as we get older, we went through the 70s and the 80s and, you know, so we were rocking. Okay, so I pulled up here at Mike's house, and what I'm going to do is unclick it so I don't get a ticket.
All right, guys.
And I see Deb's going to. Okay, Deb. Oh, you're going to hold that? Okay. Oh, hey, we see now. No, Sonia, you're going to be 29.
We're all 29.
We're all 29.
We all bundle at 29.
We all bundle. That's
We're
it.
bundling us all at
Well,
29.
Yep. Good show. It was kick ass, man. Dude. Probably, man. Yes, our next show is Saturday at the Blue Monkey again.
These guys are gonna.
This is what Florida looks like at nighttime. Hardly any lights. Oh, here comes the guy. Watch out, Deb. You don't want to see this live. We get squished like bugs.
You guys tear it
It's a hit and run.
Or what? I'm your age and we are approximately the third Geritol years.
Hey.
I miss who that guy is. Who said that?
I think you have to go up, Deb. Yeah, go like this.
Oh, Eli.
Oh, Ed. I don't have my readers on. Let me put my readers.
Looks like ELI to me.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Oh, I get that mic.
Oh, Foul Fish is on.
All right, guys. Good night. Have a good night.
Mike's home.
Mike, how we going, brother?
You
Once
too,
we
man.
get together during the week, man. All right, I'll come by. No.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can pray. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Have a great one. Tell
Be safe,
Lana.
guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, you got it, bro.
Absolutely, Mike.
Oh, you got it, man.
Woohoo!
Oh, you took care to pay for Mike, right?
Oh
paid
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Okay, now we get in the car. Have a great one, Mike. You got it, bro.
Now we're gonna step-by-step narration.
I know, right? Wow. See, then it gets cold down here, guys. Oh, I gotta plug this in. I gotta click it or ticket. You know how that is. That's everywhere. No matter where you go. I know, right? Click it or ticket. So, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't like to put my face or my fingers in the way. And it's like, damn, you know, what the hell's going on, right?
Don't be giving people the finger now.
There we go. But, okay. Whew. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, guys, it really is. I feel like I have just as much energy now than I did when I was in my 20s. It is so, I have people, even Mike, my singer, asked me, where do you get your energy from? You know, I just really think that I've been blessed with, maybe being hyper. That's what it is. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Blessed for being
Hyper, you know. I guess it paid off. And then I never really did any drugs or anything like that. And I was always just active, you know. So I think that's got a lot to do with it. And then again, like I said, the generation that we grew up in with the loud music. Remember, we'd go to concerts. I know you guys done the same thing, you know. Remember we went to concerts? We'd pay, all right, back in the 80s, I think it was like $15 and we'd see 3 killer bands. Remember that?
Yeah.
We'd see like the Scorpions, Wasp, we'd see Iron Maiden. There was that all band called Girls School. This is what I see. I remember seeing, the only time I seen the Scorpions, so maybe I seen them twice. Maybe it was at one of the Loop Fest, the Loop radio station in Chicago, which is no more now. But they used to have Loop Fest. But I remember 1982, never saw any of the good concerts live. Well, you know, Sonia, here's the deal. Here's the catch-22 with YouTube. You get on YouTube and you can find all these concerts, you know, even back into the 60s and 50s. And I mean, if you really look back, you can even find some good jazz concerts back in the day. Django Reinhardt, you know, so you could go back to the 30s, the 40s. And I'm sure, if even the 20s, whatever, whenever something went up on film, you know, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. And if you got a nice, you know, even if with headphones, turning it up, and it's kind of like you're there, you know. Because I don't want to, you know, rain on people's parades if they never had a chance to see some of the concerts live. So it is like you're there, you know. Oh, that's my phone case. Something sliding around making noises in here. But yeah, we would pay $15 to see 3 killer bands, and it was always packed, you know. So we were a loud generation, if you think about it, Deb. We were loud. And being in bands back then, I remember going to Guitar Center. Ah, yeah, Mr. Ed, or Eli, sorry about that. Work out, eat good, yes. Shred Lydian dominant scales, yeah. Oh, man. I'm sure a lot of us who were born in the 60s and before, you know, we were younger in the 80s. So as guitar players, we were the first run, or the first generation of the shredders. We were all part of that, you know. And some got famous and some didn't, but we were part of it. And man, we would play loud. I remember going to Guitar Centers back then, and they'd have Marshall stacks. And they'd have a row of them, so you could hook up and just crank it up, man. And then you find out what loud really is. So when these kids nowadays, they drive around in their kicker boxers in their cars, and that. And I'm not trying to pick on the kids, you know. But when they say their stereo system's 2,000 watts and it's rated at like a half a ohm or something, like, you don't know what loud is. You could take a 50-watt half stack or full stack, but 50 watts, all 2 power. And it will just blow away their kicker boxes, man. You know, they don't know about it.
Yeah.
But even for those who were old enough to see, be at Woodstock, that whole era, it exploded. It exploded, and it just really took off. And it gave us really good music. And you remember, guys, the bands back then, each one had their own identity. Everyone was influenced by somebody, but they really had their own identity. It's not like today. If one band's real popular, then remember the boy bands that was popular just a few years back? Then you had all these boy bands, because people were making money off of this, so then they jumped on that bandwagon, But there was some through the 60s, 70s, and the 80s where every band really had their own unique sound. And wow, it was great, man. You look back, and especially now, you could look back even at some of the songs maybe you didn't like too much back then, but now you really appreciate it, which, has got something to say about good good musicianship.
I got something to say.
Mama's got something to say.
Burn.
That's right, better to burn out than fade away. Oh God. This before. I got influenced by jazz fusion in the 70s, and I was still into the rock, into the metal, and then classical guitar, classical flamenco guitar, classical music in general. Blues, growing up in Chicago, all the blues places, Blues. Oh man. And anything that was good, guitar related, So when I used to do my 8 to 10 hour day practice sessions when I was younger, it wasn't just trying to shred scales, but I would do it on my acoustic. So when you do it on the acoustic guitar, man, you gotta have the technique, and that's why I don't do a whole lot of two-hand tapping. I'll do it occasionally, and just very so often I'll do some of the sweeping. And it's not that I don't like the sound of it. It's that for me personally, it's very it makes my man run with it, I don't know. It just, to me, you're able to get a circular motion going a lot longer when you run scales. But when you want to make a very heavy impact emotionally, it's something when you got good picking tech. The term legato is, it's you pick the note once and you let the fingers. Sorry guys, fireworks in the distance, nice. Because there's classical guitar players who will use the legato technique. You pluck the note once, and then your fretted fingers will pick up the motion. They'll do the hammer. And on a nylon string guitar, you can really hear. I'll tell you what, there's a guitar player, his name is Pepe Romero, and him and the whole Romero family from Spain. Some of these classical and Spanish guitar pieces, I cannot pronounce the names, but it was it's almost like a Malagueña type, but I mean, it's just incredible. It's a tone and quality, absolutely. A book on some of the Villa-Lobos pieces. I'll tell you what, guys. I will, in some of my shows, I'll start incorporating some of the classical, some of the traditional stuff that I would play. Because I kind of got away from it, because when you're doing all these shows and you're doing these covers, you have to rehearse the material you're going to perform, So, but there was a while back, for a little while, man, it was like not too often I was playing my electric guitar. I was doing a lot on my classical guitar and just building up my fingering. Although it's weird because this is more of my natural way of playing, but I would focus on it with running the scales with my fingers and things of that nature. But you're right, it is the quality of your tone. So when people would ask me, as a guitarist, what would be a good style of music to to check out, even if you don't want to play it, but at least give it the benefit of doubt. I would always refer a person to check out classical guitar and check out your traditional classical guitars, because they will not use a cutaway to get on the small frets, and usually they do not plug in. So all the dynamics comes right from the hands. And when you study that style of music, you start to learn how to play softly, and then you start to really dig deep into emotion. And it's really really beneficial there. In conjunction with classical guitar, blues are playing, or like if you want to take someone like Carlos Santana and Gary Moore, great guitar players, man. Even if you don't like his music, you could hear one note and you'll know it's Carlos Santana. How about it, Deb?
Yes.
His tone is just, man. So I know when I'm doing my shows, my rock shows, I'm rocking out, and, I got different tones, and each tone is kind of tailored to that style. But the tone I really like is a real smooth overdrive where the notes can sing. And that's why I prefer, personally, on my electric guitar, speed bursts with strong melody, as opposed to just constant shredding up and down. I mean, it's fun to play fast. When you get in that moment, it's fun, but you know what? It has to be, you have to actually feel it so it comes out right. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of random notes, And for people that are, who like nothing but heavy metal music, but yet they feel like, okay, they're not good enough to shred, so this and that. And a good guitar player in heavy metal, that he doesn't really play fast all the time, but he's got such a very strong impact, really is Dimebag Darrell. If you think about it, he's not trying to play a million notes. Yeah, a good guitarist always serves the song first. Yes, 100% agree. 100% agree. Yeah, yep, like Eric Johnson. Yeah, another one. Eric Johnson's a great guitarist because he could play fast, but he plays what's going to fit this thing like. It did not have Clifford Dovers on it, but it had a lot of him singing Trail of Tears and songs like that. And back in the day, guitar player would have a sound page. It was a 45, like a plastic record, and it was Clifford Dovers live. And I heard it, and I thought, wow, this guy is great. And then when I bought the cassette tape, at first I was disappointed, but then when I'd listened to the replay, I'm like, wait a minute, no, this guy is really great. Because everything he's doing, he's making it fit the song. So, that's so important. Melody, man, is so important. And for me, I don't sing. So when I do play instrumentals, I try to make the guitar be my voice, Now, I do have a lot more originals I'm going to start busting out. I got a song called Through Thick and Thin that I guess you could say is real close to Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues. It has that very nice melodic with a tone sings, And I want to get back in it. Yeah, Tony Iommi is about my favorite player back in it. Yeah, you know what, Sonia? Tony Iommi is a great guitarist. Great guitar player. And, he got his fingers, the tips of his fingers caught on a machine. And then he still had to play. And he thinks in terms of melody, Yeah, it's interesting. It's his middle finger and his ring finger. Back into the late 60s. A lot of these young kids, they think Black Sabbath came out like maybe late 70s. No, they actually came out in the 60s. And they were originally like a blues bass band. And pretty interesting. Tony Iommi and Ozzy Osbourne, as kids, they hated each other. They hated each other. They were rivals. But, sometimes rivals become best friends. It's so weird, Because they see common ground. And, yeah. But yeah, Tony Iommi's great guitarist. And you see, this is what I mean. The guitar players back then, Tony Iommi, Richie Blackmore, Deep Purple, and Rainbow, all had their own signature sound. Jimmy Page, Robin Trower, Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana. Eric's approach is very unique. Play piano in Detroit. Really? Wow. Now, I'm sure you know who this guy is. Tony McAlpine. Now, he was, again, another shredder, but very classically influenced. But everything he played made sense. And on, especially his earlier albums, he would always play a piano concerto. And man, when you close your eyes, if you were to just hear him play piano, you would never expect that he's a guitar shredder. But he plays very melodically, And that's what makes people stand out. Al Di Meola, if you guys know who he is, he's a jazz guitarist. When I heard him play with Chick Corea's Return to Forever and then his own stuff, wow, man, that turned my world, because I wanted to play as good as that guy, because I knew he was alternate picking every single note. And to do it that fast and that clean is impossible. It's like, holy crap. Here we go, guys. Hey, Zach Dong, how are you, my friend? Frank Zappa was awesome, too. You're right, Sonia. Yeah. He was a great guitarist. Great musician. But yeah, as far as the guys that play fast, the one who, like I said, just turned my world around. And I heard him before, it was before all the shredders, before Yngwie and all these other guys, before they even actually got noticed, was Al Di Meola. And then it's not just his speed, it's his sense, his melody, and then his rhythms, man. Holy crap. So it was strange, because I would have all my Judas Priest cassette tapes, my Black Sabbath albums, my Zeppelin albums, my Rush 2112, and Exit Stage Left, the live album, and all of that. But then I had my jazz fusion albums, and wow, when I heard Chick Corea's Return to Forever, I'd hear Di Meola striding up and down the fretboard, but very melodically. And then off of the Romantic Warrior album, the song Romantic Warrior is very, how can I say, classy jazz, And I would sit there, me and my friends, my best friends, Andy and Angel, and Louis Pacheco, Robbie Perez, Ivan Pena. Man, we'd hang out and we would practice all freaking day, man. We were obsessed with this stuff. And then Carlos Santana, the after like Santana 3 and Santana 4, he kind of got into more like jazz fusion. So Boboletta, Caravanserrari, and that, it was like all instrumental stuff. You saw this creative side. So it's like this music was being created, like, man, incredible stuff. And it wasn't about technique, it was a combination of strong. But I remember when Al Di Meola came out back in 1986 with a solo acoustic album called Cielo a Terra, I think it was called. And it was completely different than from Elegant Gypsy and his shredding. It was like a total departure from all that. But it was incredibly creative, man. So, yeah, I was very fortunate growing up in those times. But what's really great with YouTube, a lot of people could hear all that stuff now. Oh yeah, Tony, maximum security. Yeah, it'll change my life too, man. Wow. I mean, I loved what Eddie Van Halen did with Eruption. That will never be changed. That was incredible stuff. But when I heard Di Meola picking those notes that fast, man, and on the acoustic, and I seen him several times live, and I seen him do that with the Super Trio, Paco de Lucia from Spain and John McLaughlin. And at one point, I'm watching Paco de Lucia's right hand. And how about a deputy? His fan was like a crab, and he'd play blazing fast, man. Holy shit! I mean, the notes are like, I mean, you could hear them. It's not so much just you could hear them, you could feel them. And like Di Meola had his palm muting, very strong picking hand. It's like there were like bullets coming at you, and it was just intense. But then he play elegantly at the same time. So it's having like the best of these worlds, where it's like it's not just random notes, it's just quality. It's not just, it's quantity and quality all at the same time, and knowing how to pull back. So that's why I really favor anyone that could do melodies. And of course, like BB King. BB King, he could know one scale and maybe 3 notes and make music off of all of them. Yeah, the speed and everything, it did. It drew me in, because it was like, guys, I think we're getting some storms coming in. Oh, I know, Paco. Yeah, Paco passed away. Yeah, I tell you what, Eli, I think he was too, man. Paco de Lucia was incredibly fast and intense. And then at the same time could pull back and project beauty, you know? That's what was so... That's why those guys influenced so many of the shredders. Because they could play fast and cleanly, but then they could tell a story with their music with just a few notes. It drew you in. And like I was getting ready to say about BB King, he just play a few notes and just make music. That's a virtuoso. If you could make music, if you could tell a story with just music, you know, just sound, you know, it doesn't have to be anything super fancy. And you know what, guys, when I play, I don't think in terms of this scale or that scale and that. It's all emotion. I learn all my notes on the fretboard. I could get together with a saxophone player, with a piano player, it doesn't matter. All I gotta do is tell them the order of the notes they're playing. Low, middle, C on the staff. C on the staff is on 2 places on a 6-string guitar in standard tuning. And when I say that, it's that note that separates the bass clef from treble clef. You know, also you have the alto clefs with the it's like there's notes that shift because of different alto. I got a book from Berklee College of Music that really explains that. So when I have to do any looking things up, then I look things up like that. But knowing how your fretboard is laid out, you will never get confused with crazy formulas and stuff that sounds confusing. There's no need for that. Just here's your notes laid out, and then life becomes instantly. The confusion goes away, you know. Well, my friends, yeah, my favorite fingerstyle guitar playing is, oh yeah, Antonio, yeah, he's incredible, man. Yeah, there's so many new people coming out playing. Oh, sorry guys, I just unplugged my phone there from the thing. It's incredible. It's really incredible. And what it is a result of influences, you know. Hey, yeah, no problem. Thanks for the chit-chat myself. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, we just pulled up at the house, so we're going to unload. And I got to open up the store, see? I'm on the driveway, and it's sideways, you know. But, yeah, we really appreciate your guys' support. You know, we really appreciate it. It really makes it really matters. Yeah, we're at the Blue Monkey next week, and we'll stream that live, and we're gonna start adding more and more newer materials. I gotta show you guys this. This is what we get on our screen, the little geckos. I don't know if you can see this guy. See that? Yeah, these little lizards. Yeah, they eat the bugs. Look at this guy. He's real small. I don't want to scare him because what they'll do, they'll drop their tail, and then their tail wiggles. You know, and then I don't know how long they survive off of that. So. All right, my friends, God bless all of you. We really appreciate your support. You guys all matter to me, man. You know, you guys are like your family. You're the YouTube family. So I'll be putting up some how to do videos, and I'll be doing some more scales and more lesson videos up. And I do have to put up a couple of Phrygian dominant scales, and I'm going to start explaining in an easy way. So that's going to be easy for people to understand, so they don't get lost in confusion and all that. So those will be coming up. I'll start shooting them tomorrow. But God bless you guys. We love you all. Take care, and always desire to inspire. And we will see you on the next live chat. And I'll let people know when I'm gonna do live chat. But we'll do another one on Saturday in the afternoon, and then we'll live stream the Saturday evening show. So guys, have a great night, and God bless you. Now you take care. Bye bye.